Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Cause my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. I search around the room like, where you? Rendo step to me, I'm like, who you? And you can say what you wanna say, but I stay on this shit that's every day. Yeah, cause my nigga, I stay bulletproof. So tell me, nigga, what got into you?
What's up, y'all? And thanks for joining us for episode 10 of Making Sense of Nothing. The big 1-0.
Yep, big 10,
10.
baby. We made it.
I'm Q.
And this be your boy Miller, a.k.a. Miller the One.
And we just want to thank you again for joining us today on what's going to be a wonderful, marvelous, superb episode.
Yeah.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about whether or not exes can be friends. And we're also going to discuss which trait is worse to deal with. Not just in like relationships, but just as a person in general with any type of friendship, just whatever. And the traits are jealousy and whether you have like trust issues.
Okay, I can understand.
Things like that. So we're going to talk about those things today.
But before we get started,
Mm-hmm.
just want to let everybody know though. Exes can be friends unless you're like R. Kelly and Kelly Price. Yeah, you can't be, I guess. They is the ones that sing the song, right?
Not at all.
It's not R. Kelly and Kelly Price?
Are you talking about Deborah Cox and
Oh,
RL?
oh, my bad.
Or is it Trey Songz?
I don't know, no, it ain't
But
Trey.
it's
For sure it ain't Trey
well,
Song.
maybe it's
It's
RL.
that we can.
Yeah, that's RL.
be friends.
Oh, Trey Songz does have one. That's why I was thinking of him. But it's not Kelly Price and R. Kelly for sure.
I went by mother, saw your car there.
Oh.
To her, you still family. How do that song go? And that's not fair. That's not right. Alright, whatever. I'll get it later. but real talk though, before we get started, we already know we got him here, so we got to go ahead and do it, right?
You got to go ahead and do it. Plain bottle of water ain't offering me no money.
Don't y'all want Q to do it sooner or later?
I'm drinking with you before I believe.
But you can do.
I'm not. Until I got a contract from the plain bottle of water people giving me money.
Y'all, episode 10, the big 1-0, is brought to you in part by our sponsors, Clear Bottle of Water. Clear Bottle of Water.
You gotta tell them. I mean,
That good, delicious, crisp tasting water. When you open it, just listen to it. Ooh, it's like a party trying to get out the bottle. When you drink it, it's like an orgasm in your mouth. Clear Bottle of Water, baby. The best water to drink, especially when you getting grilled by your co-host because she don't want to be in the commercial and talk about it. So you ain't gonna
nope.
tap it. She ain't gonna tap
I'll
it.
drink it throughout the episode when I'm thirsty. I'll give them that.
Clear Bottle of Water. It's so good, you gotta look at it when you finish sipping it. Damn. Alright, so now that is done.
Well, let me know if you get a surprise check from the Clear Bottle of Water Company.
When it comes, you ain't getting none of it.
I don't want none of
You
it.
don't participate.
I don't want none of your $10 or less check from the Clear Bottle of Water people.
No, she's the background person. She that person that since she don't talk, they don't really get nothing. They just get like that upfront payment, but they don't get none of the recurring revenue from it. There you go. That's what that's about.
And I'm fine with it.
So y'all know we was on vacation.
Yes.
Yeah, we went on a cruise.
Bahamas.
A Bahamas cruise. Had a good time. You had a good time?
I did. I had a good time.
I had a good time, y'all. Seen the show. And one of the shorties, the background is a part of one of the shows that we watched. Seen a comedian. And I remember his name. Don't tell me. Aaron Edward Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is his
Ooh.
name. Yeah.
So yeah, he was
really
there.
funny. Really funny guy.
Yeah, he was funny. He said this one joke, y'all. I'm sorry, Mr. Hall, but I'm gonna have to tell them this joke because this joke was funny as heck. So he said this one joke, real quick and simple. He said, "Man, what's up with West Palm Beach? I never seen so many old people and thugs in the same place." He was like, "What? Y'all too old to move?" That joke had me
Yeah, you
dying.
got a kick out of that.
I was like,
it was funny though.
Yeah, like-
Because it's highly accurate. Like,
yeah, because
when we were driving through, it was like thugs and old people.
Yeah, like the old people, like, ah, man,
and
this
then
neighborhood.
and that boy on the bike or the skateboard.
Oh,
with the tank top and the
bruh,
skinny
it was a dude, yeah. But he wasn't only in skinny jeans, in a tank top, had something wrapped around his head, like tied in a bow, with some female penny loafers, I guess, riding a skateboard.
Oh, it was a skateboard.
Yeah, yelling out Bible quotes and hallelujah as he's riding by. Like just shouting it to random people. We was at a Presidente in West Palm. Yeah, and he was, and I'm walking by, I'm like, what the? And he was like, and the Lord, son, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
It was all
and
bad.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
It was all bad.
So yeah, West Palm Beach is, it's only 2 hours away from Miami, but I think that 2 hours is a big difference. But back to the vacation, we had fun. I had fun. The food was good. I like the fact that they did switch it up. So I got to eat something differently every day.
I had purchased the kids club for my kid, and we partook in that for a large portion of the evening. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. I had a drink while I was on there. I was gone. So we were gone for 6 days. I had a drink one of the days. Yay me! I made it. I'm grown. That doesn't what's the word? Solidify the fact that I'm grown. That I had.
It doesn't. It does not. It doesn't. I mean, I was impressed that you drank it all, and you drank it all in like a decent amount of time for somebody that doesn't drink. But
whoa, what's the quotes for?
Because I think you drink with who you want to drink with. That's what I think.
I don't drink.
That's what I think. You're not changing my mind.
You know I drink it.
I think he drinks with who he wants to drink with. I'm just not one of those people that he wants to
Yo,
drink with, which is fine.
First time
I just have to
ever
force
drank
him.
before was 2 years ago, anniversary in Cancun, all exclusive. People was just walking around giving, just the waiters and the waitresses just walking around, room service, everybody going around saying, excuse me, want a shot? You want a drink? You want another drink? Want another? Before you can even, like, as soon as you like get the last drop and put the bottle down, somebody else is like giving you another one. And it was all included in the package.
That doesn't
And I
have
was in
anything to do
Mexico.
with what I said.
When in Rome, do what the Romans do. So when in Mexico, do what the Mexicans do. I ain't drink no Corona though, cause nah, ain't drinking no beer. Nasty crap. But
Oh, ain't nasty. You just gotta put a lime in it.
yeah, but I ain't drinking no beer. Beer ain't nothing but pee in a bottle. But yeah,
People think that.
want to get on to these so we don't get carried away too much, y'all.
Yeah. So, well, first you gotta have any aside from the cruise, was anything new that you want to talk? Like any random news that you found out, or anything new that you tried? Anything, just anything?
Yeah, so random news, y'all. This morning I woke up, looked at my phone. I said, hey, I want to start looking at some stuff, reading over some stuff. So if something pop up in the podcast, I can sound a little bit more like I'm throwing some facts out there and not just Miller opinions. And then I ran across this thing about women vaginas. And I was like, don't know how. Oh, I know what I was doing. I know why. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So I was doing the shorty. I don't even know if you even noticed the name of the shorty.
I didn't look. I saw you. It got posted. I didn't.
Yes, it's a shorty. We have a shorty out there, and it's called Good Vagina, Bad Vagina, right? So me, I'm good at math, not at English. So reading and writing is not my forte, right? So I put down vagina, but it didn't tell me that it was wrong. But for some reason, it felt like it was wrong. So I said, let me type it in Google to make sure. So I typed it in Google, and I'm like, oh, I was right. So when I was getting ready to go back to go and post it, something at the bottom caught my eyes. It said 23 things everybody with a vagina should know. And I'm like, hold on, what the hell it mean everybody with a vagina? Don't you mean that women should know? So I'm like, so it caught me. It was like clickbait because it said everybody with vagina. I'm like, hold on, everybody with one? Click on this and read this. So I started reading it, and yeah, according to them, there's people other than women who have vaginas, and there's people who have vagina who doesn't consider themselves women, so they don't identify as women. They identify as other things. So that's why they said everybody with vagina should know. Whatever, women should know. So yeah, so I read into that, and then I found out that some of the stuff I knew, some of the stuff I didn't know. I found out that you can give a woman an orgasm, or a woman give herself an orgasm by stimulating the A spot. Never knew what the heck that A spot, never even heard of an A spot until this. I forget, y'all, I'm sorry, because I didn't plan on putting it in this, so I didn't remember the name, what the A stands for. But it's 3 different thingies that you can like arouse, give a female a orgasm. She gives herself orgasm. And that's with the clitoris, and the G spot, and the A spot. The G spot I know about, the clitoris I know about. The A spot I know about, didn't know it was called the A spot. That's the upper walls of the vagina. So when you have the vagina opening, it's right when you go in, those walls, the upper walls. Didn't know that. So the upper vaginal walls. And basically, you stick your finger in there. It says to start with 1, and you go like move it around until you get nice and wet. Then you put 2, and then you do the same thing. And then you tilt the fingers upwards, and then you stimulate the upper wall underneath the clitoris in the vagina. And in the come here, you do the come here motion. Like, come here, come here, come here, come here. You're going to come here, little orgasm. Come, come, come. Here, come. Yeah, and then it finally comes and say, all right, I'm here. So yeah, so didn't know that. So yeah, so I didn't know that was called the A spot, y'all. But yeah, so you got the A spot, that's just a little bit in, and just curve up and like that. And then you got the clitoris, everybody know where that's at. You just go over there and play with that, right? A lot of people, one thing that they said people didn't know until the 1970s, they did a research. They said it was highly unknown that people knew that so the clitoris is like real sensitive and everything, and because there's a bunch of nerve endings under there, and it has under the hood, under the hood is where it's most sensitive at. So if you was to like expose the clitoris from under there, it's easier to give yourself or someone give someone an orgasm. Y'all, 70s? Are you trying to tell me that's 19,000? Is it 19,000? 1900. 1970 years after Jesus was born. That's God knows how many years people been on this earth to realize
I'm
that.
sure some people knew.
To realize, hey, pull this back a little and play with it, and something to happen. So that was something new, y'all. I found out that a penis has 700 nerve endings in it, which makes it real sensitive. But it's not as sensitive as a female clitoris because it has 800 nerve endings. Found that out. So, something to share with y'all. A female clitoris is more sensitive than a male's penis, which I think we all knew that.
I was going to say, yeah, that's kind of common sense.
So yeah, so that's my new thingy. What about you? What's your new thingy?
Well, something that I learned about, I was watching the news, and they were saying how people are as we evolve, as the years go on, and people have been more using their cell phones more and more, becoming more addicted to their cell phones. They're constantly like this all the time in their cell phones. They've noticed that in some people, they're getting a bone in the back of their head. It's growing. They call it like a little tail, but it's like, I don't know why doing this would make it, but they x-rayed a lot of people that apparently are addicted, quote unquote, to their phones, and they're getting a bone like under their head, where the head and neck meet. There's like a bone, and it's in x-ray. You probably can't feel it if you go like this, because there are probably people feeling the back of their head. But if you x-ray it, it looks like a little tail growing out, because it's like the way the bone is
because the head is down, so it's making it bulge out. So
so that's like something, and they're like, in years and years, they're wondering how people are gonna look, like how it's gonna be like a part of just every skeleton that you see pretty much is gonna have like a tail at the base of the skull from being on the cell phone all the time. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, so before we get into the topics, now that you brought that up, I did see something I was watching, I think on Facebook or something like that, and it was saying how cell phones and social media was meant to connect us, but instead all it's doing is disconnecting us from everybody, because instead of us going and saying, hey, we should talk, and they're like, all right, and we text each other, let's talk, or hey, we should meet up and have a conversation, and like, all right, when you want to Skype, things like that. So it's not bringing us together like it was said it was to do. It's basically pushing us further apart, because a lot of us will do all of our everything through social media, through our phones, and
in that sense, it is connecting people
face to face,
because it's giving them other ways to communicate.
Yeah, but
it also is disconnecting in the same token. So it's doing both. The expectation of it was to just connect, and that's it. But in doing that, there was something else that I saw too, saying pretty much like it's making people stupid, because especially like students, when it comes to spelling and things like that, like so grammatically and like English wise in general, is just people aren't as good as they used to be with that, because it's like they don't have to be when you're using something that's giving you spell check or auto correcting and things like that. You don't need to know how to spell anything, and that's crazy, because I already got friends that are terrible spellers, Summer, and it's just like that's the last thing you need is not to know how to spell nothing.
Remember at work when the spell check wasn't working? Everybody was going crazy.
Yeah. Our computers got messed up, and
our spell check was gone, and everybody was like, "Yo, my spell check is gone. My spell check is gone." That was the thing at work, that a lot of people was like crazy, going like, I was one on two. I'm like, what the heck? I figured out a way to make my spell check come back, because I'm like, bruh, I might have to spell something like, I don't know. What's that word that you had me spelling that day? And I was like, I would never forget how to spell it.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
There you go. I might have to write that one day and be like, nah, I need my spell check.
And I'm a wonderful speller, so the spell check
that's my spell check.
Had no effect on me whatsoever. It was annoying though. It was annoying because like when you're typing, you still got to go back and read it. So it was annoying, but at least I knew how to spell the stuff that I spelled wrong, doing it too fast. So I was like, oh, that's actually, not everyone else could say that.
Yeah, so, alright y'all, so let's get into this, into these topics. What we doing first? We're going to go into can exes be friends?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Alright, yeah, so can exes be friends? That's the question, y'all. As a matter of fact, we're going to do a poll. Y'all, we're going to start posting the poll. They're going to probably be like, they'll probably be over Q head, like right here. I think. Oh, they might be on my head.
You can put over here. Got your nice little haircut. You can put it right over here.
Yeah, so we'll put it over Q head. So this card, they're going to pop up right here over Q head. They're going to be the poll, y'all, right there. All right, let us know who think exes can be friends and who think that they can't be friends. That it should be like, and we ain't together no more, that's it for you. type thing. Yeah, so that's our poll, y'all. Poll of the week, I guess.
Right.
Do that. All right. So you want to take this shot, or want me to take the shot?
I was like, well, I think yes, exes can be friends, as long as it was amicable split. Like if it ended on some like grimy shit, like some like I hate you, then there's usually no coming back from that. Even if there's an apology afterwards, it's like, nah, you good. But everybody that I've did it, I don't have any beef with them. Like, not nobody that I can really think. Well, one, I forgot. Okay, just one. There's no friends with that one. But like, aside from that one, everybody else, because it was cool, so
Yeah.
it was all right.
And me, I say yeah. I say yeah, 100% that exes can be friends, because usually exes know a lot of things about you and know a lot of things like y'all have a lot of things in common usually, because if it's your ex, most likely y'all had something in common. That's why y'all was together before there was an ex. So like you said, if it's not some crazy junk that happened that made us separate, then we can definitely be friends. Like all my exes I'm cool with them, they're cool with me. Like we can be friends. All except only one that I think that I wouldn't be friends with, that if it was me, my kid's mom, like we could have, like I don't think I would have, because of the way the reason why we separated, and the way we separated would have made me be like, never, I would stay away from her. But due to the fact that she had my kids, she had to stay around.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's 18 years of my youngest son, from my youngest son, that I have to communicate with her. Now, I'm still have to communicate with her even till when they 40 and everything, because those are our kids. So we have to, hey, you know what, our kids. But still, but if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be friends at all, because our separation was brutal. But other than that, all my other exes, yeah, because we broke up. It's usually because of me. It's usually me just feeling like, bruh, this ain't gonna work no more. Like, before we be each other enemies, let's just let this go.
Yeah, that's how it like is. It's like before we start to hate each other, or before shit get ugly, let's just let it be. And then it's really. But in the same token, I know it's kind of hypocritical, but even though I believe that exes can be friends, I wouldn't want my man to be friends with his ex, just because I know, like, in people's mind that sometimes, like, I've had exes tell me, like, even if we're broken up, if we can still hunch, we're gonna, like, if you'll let me, we're still gonna, like, and that's that. So it's just like, and guys think like that. Girls think like that too. Like, some girls do, but guys especially, it's like, oh, well, you used to be my girl, so like, what's the point? Like, you know, and it's just like, so because I know that girls can be like that too, I just wouldn't want my ex to be friends with, because like all it would take is the right opportunity in my head, all it would take is the right opportunity for them to do something.
But like, that's with anybody though.
But it would be different, because it's y'all already have had that connection, that intimacy, that everything. So I wouldn't want that. I would rather him not know one. But if he was gonna do something with somebody, I for sure would want it to be an ex, because it's like it would be so much easier for it to be more connected. You know, like more to it than just. That was just a piece of, ass for the night. Like, you wasn't available, some shit like that. Like, but it's like, damn, like, so this girl don't know your innermost thoughts and all this other shit. That's who you want to go sleep with? So, I don't know. Like, not saying that he would, it would make me more comfortable if he wasn't still friends with, and they can be friends if she lived, like, if she was still in Minnesota, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my man, like, moved down here and the ex was still in Minnesota, something like that, you can be friends all day. Y'all can Facebook, just gotta do all that. But, like, if she down the street, like, easily accessible, like, nah, I don't need y'all to be friends no more. Like,
and none of my ex, I don't see none of my ex other unless it's something like Facebook or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't see none of other than my kids' mom. I don't see none of them. So maybe that's why we can still be friends. So I don't know. But at the same time, you are right. It is because of like my kid's mom used to say that to me like all the time.
Yeah.
Used to be like, well, you make it seem like you don't know me. You make it seem like it's this and that. Like we can still do stuff, and I'm like, no, we can't. First of all, definitely not with you. So it's like when we first broke up, that was she used to all the time. Like we was married too, so she ain't just my ex-girlfriend, she's my ex-wife. So she used to be like, we before the divorce was done, well, we still married, so it ain't nothing wrong with that. It is. What you mean? What do you think my girlfriend gonna say? What do you mean ain't nothing? It still ain't nothing wrong with that. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then she was just one of those. So it's one of those ones that you just like,
Yeah.
like you want to stay away from, like that. You don't want to stay in contact. Like she's not on none of my social media, like none of it. I mean, I'm rarely on any of my social media, but yeah. So, but in short, I think that exes can be friends. They can be friends, and they can be friends without nothing sexual involved. Because, and one of the things I think about is because you already know what that is. Like, I already know what that is.
Yeah.
So I already know what you got. I already know your special move, your techniques, your this, your that. I know you're good and you're bad. So it's like, it's no. And this coming from in my head, there's this like, there's no, unless I'm single, there's really no push factor for me to be like, I wonder what Tamika.
I mean, in situations though where it was like, man, it was good though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
but
that's why it's kind of like.
But even if it was one of those that and it was good, then I'm not talking myself to get out of that relationship. I'm trying to make sure that relationship don't end. I'm gonna try to prolong it. Because a lot of us do that. A lot of us will prolong relationships because of one thing in that relationship.
Stupid.
And it's like, oh man, the sex is good. I haven't had no sex as good as this, but she's an asshole. She gets on my nerves. She always accusing me of junk. She this, she that, but I'm gonna stay there because the sex is good. And then everybody know the best sex other than pregnant sex is makeup sex. So it's like that keeps relationships together that should have been long gone, but you keep having
stupid.
that makeup
I would
sex.
never stay in a relationship with somebody because it's like, if anything, I'm gonna end it and just keep you on the side until I get whatever I got over here figured out. And then once I got this figured out, then it's like, all right, buddy, like, because I'm not gonna be in a relationship with nobody that I don't think the sex is good anyway. You feel me? So if I have to just keep that ex around for the purpose of sex until if I wanted another relationship, I found one, then I would be like, all right, go about your business now. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, you diss my man. Like, no, like, especially if I fucking hate them, like, literally all you are is a penis to me at this point.
Yeah, but
so
a lot of times that makeup sex is like.
Makeup sex is different. You can get it.
I'm just saying, makeup sex make you want to just like, cause it's like you mad, you frustrated, you angry, you aggravated, you're like, and then all of that is like funneled down into your genitals, and then you go and then you get that good one, and it all comes out through there, and it's like, and then wake up. Guess he's still together then.
Dysfunctional.
But y'all know it's a lot of people stay in relationships for some of the craziest reasons. Some of them have good reasons, some of them don't. Some of them because we got a business together, and I'm not finna F that up because
then that's when you need
an
to
asshole.
Have an open relationship.
Yeah.
I think more people honestly should have open relationships if they insist on staying in like a relationship that they're only in for certain reasons. Like if it's like what you just said, like a business type shit, like we got this business together and if we break up then we gonna have to, it's just to get complicated. Then it's like at this point, okay, we can stay married, we can still do stuff occasionally, but you go get you another girlfriend and I'll go get me a boyfriend. Like maybe like that works for some people. You know, like it would all depend on the situations as well.
Yeah, I mean, me being the type of person that I am, I have thought of things like that before.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, like I ask myself questions like that. Would I be able to be in an open relationship?
Nope.
Like, and I ask myself, like, would I be able to be in an open relationship?
Nope.
And I ask, but
why do you even humor yourself with like?
Because I ask myself,
you can't be single for a day. So why would you even consider an open relationship?
That's not being single.
Like, anyway, so exes can be friends.
But that's not being single.
Exes can be friends, though.
But an open relationship is not being single.
No, I'm aware what that is.
Relationship.
No, I know how. But you, because you, and I can only go based on what you've told me. I can't assume your preferences when it comes to relationship. But what it has been reflected to me, and maybe I deciphered it wrong. Like I took it and it got jumbled up in my brain, and that's not at all what you said. But from what you have portrayed to me in talking about like relationships and stuff, you need to be in one.
But I am.
You'll die a miserable,
no, I don't know about all
pathetic death if you're not in one. Like
I don't know about all
that's
that.
the vibe that
No, whatever. Get out of here with
from
that.
you.
Get
That's
out
fine.
of here with
There are
that.
people like that. I have friends that are like that. I have friends that are like that.
That's
It's not
not
only
me.
you. That's
But
definitely
first of all,
you.
this has nothing to do with that though.
Okay, but I'm just no. But what I'm saying, hold on. But the reason that
you're in a relationship.
No, I get it. But what I'm saying is because you need that one person. You can't get that based on what you have said. You're not going to be able to get that going from person to person to person. You need that one person. You being in an open relationship,
But that one person will
require
be
that.
there.
But I'm saying no. But you would be. If you're
So you
in
don't
a
think Will and
relationship, if
Jada
you're in an
still
open
sleep with
relationship,
each
it's
other?
for a reason. But if you're in one for a reason.
But Will and Jada is in an open relationship, and you think that
You don't think that they're in one for a reason?
But you don't think that they don't sleep with each other?
No, I'm sure they do. People in I don't know 100% how they work because I've never been in one.
All I'm saying is, so what you're saying about me wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to have that one person, that doesn't go with this because I still have that one person.
I kind of think it do.
I still have that person that I'm gonna come home and sleep with. Still have that person in my life. Still with. It's just that we in an open relationship. One day she might see somebody like, hey, I like Buddy. I'm gonna go on a date with him and go do something. One day I might be like, hey, I like her. I'm gonna go on a date with her. But at the end of the day, we come home. We come to each other. We with each other. So that wasn't. But like I said, I do think about things like that, and be like, would you be able to and it's a no for me. I wouldn't be able to, but it doesn't mean that I don't ask myself. I ask myself a lot of questions about jump, and because I like to try to think them over, and then so yeah. But we're getting carried away. We both agree
that exes can be friends.
Yeah.
But I also say I would prefer it not from my man to be friends with his ex. Although I know it's highly possible. I have exes that I can be friends with that I would never, ever, ever touch again physically. Ever. And then I have some that's like, right circumstance. You feel me? So, it all depends. But I'm cool with them all. Like, the ones that I still talk to, I'm cool with all of them. Like I don't have
my thing is, I think I'm with you with this, like, on some part about that. Like, my girl, like, if VX, I would have to know why they broke up, like how long they was in a relationship, what type of thing is, because of looking at it from a man's point of view. Like you said, men just think that once mine's always mine's type thing.
Like you said.
So it's like so I got to see how this was. Was this a breakup that he wanted to keep the relationship? Was this something like that? Because if it's one of those, then I'll be against it. I'll be like, nah, I'm sorry. Like, you and Buddy can be Facebook friends, things like that, but y'all can't be friends, like, in real life. Can't be like, I'm gonna go hang out with Jody. Hold on, you and Jody, who you was dating 2 years ago? Yeah. Who y'all broke up, but he still want to be with you? Yeah. Nah. Sorry, Jody. Nah, not that. But if it's one of those ones that they like, man, whatever, we broke up, they broke up, he want to go separate, she want to separate, and then I'm cool with it. And I'm still only cool with it up to a point where he can come around and jump and be like, yo, what up, Miller, what up, V, blah, 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 and like that and stuff. But like, just doing extra curriculum type jump, that's a no. Like, I wouldn't even push that envelope on my end, so hopefully she won't try to push that on her end. But all in all, I think they can be friends. Like I say, I'm cool with all my exes, and you know, we're cool from a distance, Facebook, but we're cool though. We didn't break up for no bad reason, so cool. I just was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah.
All right.
So, we agree, y'all. Let us know what y'all think. Like I said, just click up there and let us know. Yeah, whatever you do, let us know.
Yeah. So, what else are we gonna talk about today? Which trait is worse to have? The traits of having jealous tendencies towards other people or their things, or
doing whole activities.
Or trust issues. Having trust issues. So which one do you think is worse for a person to have?
Your whole energy to do what you do.
Personally, I would say
screw what you screw.
I would say jealousy is probably worse. Because I feel like jealousy, people do like crazy shit out of jealousy. Crazier shit out of jealousy, I think.
I agree. Let me see. I think trust issues will hurt a relationship. Jealousy will destroy a relationship. So I'll agree with you. I think jealousy is the worst trait.
Yeah.
But in the words of Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, jealousy is a female trait. A man shouldn't be jealous.
I don't think that. Well, I don't think anybody should be jealous. I think
Yeah, nobody should be
jealous
jealous.
is like just stupid.
But a man definitely shouldn't be.
Yeah.
A man definitely shouldn't be.
I'm just trying to think, like, with trust issues though. Yeah, no, that can be pretty bad. That's one of those things where you just kind of have to work on yourself about that. Like, if, like, I know we weren't saying, like, specifically pertaining to relationships, but if I was in a relationship with somebody and I didn't trust a lot of the things that they're doing, I would either A, need to figure out, like, why, you know, do I feel that way? Like, did they give me a reason to not trust them? Or, like, just simply move myself out of that situation. Like, because you don't want to be in something where you're constantly worried and concerned about stuff.
Yeah, because if you can't, that's the thing. If you can't trust, whatever the trust issues that you having, if it's a relationship thing, if you can't trust him or her, it's no reason to be in that relationship. And then the same thing goes for if you having trust issues with maybe your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your friend. Then why are you keeping them around if you can't trust anything about them? Like when I was growing up, my dad, my biological father, used to always tell us he gonna be around, he's gonna come. And trusted him that it was gonna happen, and it was never happening. Then I got older and I had kids of my own, and I want my kids to know, since my mom is dead, I want my kids to know who their granddad is and everything. So every time he will show up, call, whatever, like pop up somewhere, like I'll see him one day and like he don't even live down here, but he'll just be down here, don't even say nothing, like he don't got kids here. And then somebody else be like, you know your dad here. I'm like, what the heck? Then I go see him like, hey, what up, we gonna come see the kids, or where you gonna be so I can go get the kids and bring them back? Oh, I'm gonna be here until blah, 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 bring them at this time, And then I'm gonna hit him up like, yo, for the bring the kids come see you. And he's like, oh, I left 2 days ago. What the? Like, bro, what the heck?
Yeah.
So it's like those trust issues with him. Like, I have real trust issues with my biological father because I can't trust anything that come out his mouth because he haven't held on to it, even though I trusted him for so long, all the way up into adulthood, and still he just like let me down. So it's like and now it's like I got trust issues with him. So the thing is, I can't trust him with nothing he say, so I don't take him for anything he say. Whatever he says, like, all right, whatever. When it happens, it happens.
Right. Yeah. I have friends like that too. Like that, and they're honestly like they're still my friends. I still love them. But they're just like not as far as I wouldn't trust them with my life, like stuff like that. But there are just some friends that say they'll do stuff, or you can count on them for certain things. That it's like, that's my dog. Don't hold your breath. Like I already know what they're capable of and how they do. So it's just like, I have friends that are like still my friends, but it's kind of like you know how to deal with people, like you know how far to take their word when it comes to stuff, and that's why I don't have a lot of friends, to be honest. Like people like you always joke and be like, you're so like what do you because nice? You sound very like nice enough, yeah, because you're the friendly one, friendliest nigga you ever meet in your life. Promise to God, promise to God.
You gotta understand, I have
out of control.
I am touched by God.
Whatever.
God said that we should be childlike.
Touched by something.
So.
But but like people, like even in, I don't know, people that know me are always like, oh my gosh, you're so like nice to everybody, da 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 da. And it's like I'm nice to a lot of people, but as far as people becoming my friends, and then like my circle is very, 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 very small because of trust issues that I have. And that's another reason why I don't hop in relationships, because I'm automatically, when I enter new relationships, I'm thinking about the what ifs, and I'm trying to figure out like how he moved and stuff like that, so that I know like, okay, that might be something that I'm gonna be concerned with. I'm gonna have to touch base with him on this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, like I go into friendships and relationships and everything with trust issues. And I know that might not be the healthiest thing, but it works for me because it's like, it gives me time. Like as long as I don't trust you, I can figure you out. And until I figure you out, then it's like, all right. But then there's some people, once you figure them out, it's like, okay,
you can't trust
right, you figure out that exactly. So it's like, all right, I fuck with you now, but I know to take everything that you say just at face value, and if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. And that's not a great kind of relationship to have, or friendship, but as long as you know that, then you should be all right.
Yeah. So my thing with trust, I have trust issues, and I dealt with them, and I deal with them in different ways that most people don't agree with. So y'all, my trust issues that I be having is like, I have a thing that you're gonna get, like, in a relationship, I'm gonna get cheated on. So my thing is, I'm gonna get cheated on in a relationship no matter which way it goes.
That's what you believe.
No, that's not what I believe. That's what I tell myself.
Oh, okay.
So I tell myself, when she's not with me, she's somewhere with some other dude. You feel me? If I can't account for where she's at, she's with another dude. So I tell myself stuff like that so that when she's gone and not around me, it doesn't worry me. So the what ifs don't bother me. So I think that's maybe because I think that's a trust issue thing, or a wall that I build up to keep myself from getting hurt if it was to happen. Because I don't believe it, but I tell myself that. So it's like that. So to keep me from this. So like if you was my girl and you was to say, hey, I'm finna go chill with Brenda and everything, and I'm like, all right. So, and then an hour or two go by, they keep me from like, hey, where the heck she at? When you like, hey, I'm finna go hang with Brenda, my head is like, oh, she finna go fuck some other dude. And then
That's very weird.
Going by,
That's like an extreme.
I don't. It's just,
especially if you don't believe it. Like if you say it just to say it, but
it's
you
not.
don't
But that's
believe
the thing.
it. Like,
I don't say it. I don't even say it. It's like my mind is so wired to it now. So it's like, okay, she went to go hang out with Brenda. If that's what she said, like, because of my whole thing is that I used to get accused of cheating all the time by my kid's mom. This girl, I used to worship the dirt that she touched when she walked by. I was like, oh shit, you was touched by her feet? And I go, and that's how I was with her. Like, I was like stupid in love with her. I was so in love with her, like there was no other girl on the planet type thing. That's how far I was going. That, and then with my religion, that was like, no, not the Muslim religion.
Okay.
Not the Muslim
Whenever
religion.
you mention religion, I think of Muslim, and I can't take
not
you
the
seriously.
Muslim religion. I mean, my religion back then. So like that and that, it was like it was like that's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So then when she was accusing me every time I did anything of cheating, I go hang out with my boys, I'm cheating. I go play basketball for too long, I'm cheating, whatever. She used to do this, and then came to find out that it's all she was doing is just cheating on me, and that's the reason why she was thinking that I was cheating. That it made me start feeling like, so I'm guessing every time we ain't together, you with Buddy, like that. So it was like, so I had to go through me knowing the 4 times that I knew that she cheated on me. To go past those, I had to start telling myself, yo, if you don't want this to devastate you all the way through, just, every time she's not around, she's out there fighting somebody else.
Were you jealous of what she might have had with the other dudes, like as to why she would have been doing
I don't
that?
even think about it. I never thought about it, never even think about it. I forgive and forget.
You're crazy.
I used to forgive and forget.
Crazy.
It's like, so that's the thing. So y'all, that's so I don't know if that's considered a trust issue type thing, but I don't think me personally, like in my relationship now, I don't have trust issues. Like if she was to go somewhere and go for 20 days or something, I'm gonna be worried. Like, what the heck? Why she going for 20 days? I'm be calling her and stuff, trying to figure out why she's gone for 20 days. But I won't be like, oh, maybe she's cheating on me or something. And if she was, and then it came out to be, then I'd be like, well, it's life. Because it's like I wired myself to believe, like, it's just life. It's like, shit happens. It's like Forrest Gump. Well, shit happens. But I never think of her, like, doing anything. So I trust her with anything. So it's like, if she says she's going to do what she's going to do, she will do what she's going to do. But the jealousy part, a lot of people try to tell me that some of the things I do is because, oh, you jealous. Y'all, never been jealous, never will be jealous. Now, there may be some territorial things that may seem like I'm jealous, but it has nothing to do with me being jealous. It's all territorial. Now, and people get that misconstrued. People get that confused with jealousy. Y'all, territorial behavior and jealousy may sometimes look alike, but they're not. Now, and I'm gonna give y'all this little short thing. One day I was working at Burger King, and V and my sister-in-law walked there with my sister-in-law best friend, right? It was these 3 dudes in Burger King, right? I'm just thinking they regular 3 dudes that walked in Burger King, right? V them, they come in line. they come order something like, hey baby, all right, I'm going to do my regular work now. Let the cashiers and stuff in there. So the manager, so I gotta go do that. So as I'm coming back to come give somebody else some food, I just see one of the dudes come up, lean over the rail, and then just grab her from behind and give her a hug. So her reaction to that was like, she know this dude. Because she ain't like, what the hell? Or nothing like that. She was like, oh, boy, stop. Don't be hugging me like that. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Don't be hugging? So I'm like, hold on. So she know Buddy. So now to 10, if she know Buddy, then Buddy know that I work here. And he didn't acknowledge me first. He looked right at me. He seen me there. And still went up and just hugged my girl, knowing that I don't know who you are. So I was like, yo, what was that? Oh, Miller, don't get her mad. That's just my cousin. That's what her friend was saying. What my sister-in-law friend was saying. That's my cousin. He know her. Dude. When she come to my house, he be there sometimes. Yeah, but it seemed that hug that he came, like he's more than just, oh, I be at my house and I see her type hug. And then if he know her good enough to just walk up and give her a hug, then he should also know that her boyfriend works at this Burger King that y'all just came to. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he did not say, yo, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. What's up, V? Give her a hug. If that happens, we cool. But you just walk into my land, pick fruits from my tree, and then try to walk past me as if I'm not there. So they try to tell me, oh, you being jealous. That has shit to do with being jealous. That has nothing to do with being jealous. That is being with respect. Bruh, you don't come and touch my girl, especially if I don't know who you are. You don't come touch my girl in any kind of way without acknowledging me first. So that's what I mean about it's territorial. I'm not jealous at all. If I walked up and I seen V, if I walked the V job today and V was in there and I seen V hugging somebody, I'm not gonna go, what the fuck? No, because I know what jealousy, I know what those type of emotions can do to you. It can make you do it and say things that you really don't mean or feel at that time. So I would walk and I see it. Maybe that's one of her coworkers. And that's what I tell myself. That's one of her coworkers who she probably didn't see in a minute, or somebody who did it. So I walk up like, hey, what's up, babe? And they're like, oh, who's your friend? Like, oh, all right. Well, I just came here to get something and I'm going about my business. That's how it is. Because I'm not a jealous dude. I'm not finna get upset for something like that. But if you come to my territory, come to my land and do something like that and don't acknowledge me, well, hell yeah, I'm saying something. That has nothing to do with being jealous. That's just, bro, you stepping on my turf and you ain't letting me know that you here. Like, you don't come into my town, I run this. So if you come to my town, you let me know that you in my town, or you may not exit out of this town. So that's how it is. It has nothing to do with jealousy. So, but I've never been a jealous person before. I've been in jealous relationships. My mom been in so many relationships that the man was jealous. Like, my mom just picked jealous man. My dad was very jealous. My biological father, very jealous. So, it's like, nah. So, I don't know, y'all. I honestly believe, and I'm sorry I know it's sexist, but I honestly believe this full-heartedly, that jealousy is a female trait, even though men has it, but it's a female trait. I think all female has it. Men inherit it, or I don't know how you say it. They learn it. I don't know.
I think everybody has the capability to be jealous.
I just
don't think that everybody should.
Yeah, I just don't have no reason for it.
But yeah.
I don't see the. I know. Ooh. Guess what, y'all? Guess what we just triggered? Is this right here? What is this triggered to you?
Conspiracy theory.
There it is. Conspiracy theory time. Can I do a conspiracy theory based on this jealousy thing?
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't did one in so many episodes, y'all. So I can at least do one in the bit 1-0.
I mean, it's weird having. You always have such an input on things that you're like jealousy and territorial, two different things, and you're whatever. But all right, go ahead. Go ahead with your conspiracy
Before we
theory.
do the conspiracy theory,
No.
can you please elaborate on this?
Absolutely not.
So you don't agree with me that that being territorial and jealousy that fall, you say that falls in the same
No,
category?
I agree that they're like two different things, but they can easily be misconstrued to be the same thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
agree with that. Now, whether or not I agree that you know stuff, that's different. I think that. All right, you're territorial and not jealous. I'm not saying I'm not gonna have a friend that's just this jealous ass grown man of other grown men. Like, I'm not saying that you're jealous. A jealous man, rather.
I am not a jealous man. Never have I ever been. I don't believe that
He
man
just says
should be
ridiculous
jealous.
things sometimes. It's all good. So, what's your conspiracy theory?
Conspiracy time, y'all. So, let me tell y'all one of the reasons why black men has a lot of jealousy issues and problems. So, this is another one of those things that roots back to the slavery time. I'm not racist. I'm just pointing this out. But this is based on slavery time. This was something that was done to us black people so we can envy and be jealous with each other and of each other. So what happened was, this is something that was put to keep us down by the white man. Now, and it still happens to this day, but it was put to keep us down by the white man. See, how to understand, back then they needed a way to control the slaves because they couldn't have an army on every slave plantation. The slaves, 9 out of 10, always outnumbered the slave owners and the people who was there with them. Alright? So there was times that there was like 5 to 10 slaves to every one person who wasn't a slave there. And that's including the little kids. Even if you put them, it was still probably about like a 5 or 10 to 1 on that. So they had to find ways to keep us from joining together and realizing, hey, 5 of them and 50 of us. We can overthrow this easily. Right? So they had to make us jealous of each other. So what they did was, after Master went and raped my mom, Master was like, you know what? I'm going to make you stay in the house. Right? And your kids, we're going to raise them up. And when they get raised up, you can teach them how to work in the house. Right? Those kids that Master raped my mama and had were light-skinned kids. They was light. They were mixed, so they was much lighter than the people that was in the fields, right? So they would talk. Master would go and talk about the niggas, the slaves, right? While these little half-breed kids and half-breed adults was there serving them. So down talking. So they start feeling like Master don't never say that about us. He always talking about the dark ones that's out in the fields. So we must be better than them. So what Master would do is he would give the house slaves, the house niggas, a little more food. Would treat them just a little better than he treat the ones out in the field. Would let them know like y'all are better than those in the field. The reason why you would do this is because now if Kunta out there was ready to rebel against Master, Michael will go and tell Master, because Michael thinking that he's getting treated better, that he's better than a field nigga. And so the field niggas realize, hey, why they getting a look? He don't just do it behind closed doors. He treat them better right in front of us to make us feel jealous. So we start feeling jealous. We start feeling envious about what was going on with the lighter skinned ones and everything. So now we hating each other and we jealous of each other. And we thinking that one is better than the other and all that there. So they fed that. When they realized that, they kept it pushing. They kept doing that. They keep us to be jealous for one another so they can be able to control us. Because as long as we jealous of one another, we're not going to try to combine with one another. Because the light skin was over here thinking that he was better than the dark skin. And I'm better than you. I'm not finna join with you and be the dirt that Master talk about all the time. So it was that. That's how they put jealousy inside of us. They put envy inside of us to separate us. Because the best way to control anything and anyone is to divide it into smaller groups and then conquer those groups separately, which allows you to win the whole war by conquering them all. So, and the best strategy, divide and conquer. That's what it said. It's honestly that, y'all. They treated slavery as military moves and maneuvers. That's why all the people who came up, and y'all can look it up, all the people that came up with a lot of these things that they did to us as slaves came up from war generals, people in the military, colonels who became senators and things like that. They are the ones that came up with these theories because they looked at it as war, because they was in war. They was in war with their fear of us. So they had to find a way to divide us. And the best way to divide us was to make us jealous of each other. So that's my conspiracy theory, y'all. The reason why a lot of black men, now I'm not saying that white men ain't jealous either. White men are definitely jealous. How the heck y'all think this country even have anybody over here? Because a white man was jealous. He was jealous that the king and all that wanted what they had what they had, and nobody else, and they wanted what they had. Let's go find our own land so we can do that. So, not saying, because I want nobody to say, well, how you gonna try to say it was slavery? White people was a slave, and they're, my bad, y'all. End of conspiracy theory. But I know people gonna say that. They're gonna say, oh well, white people wasn't slaves, and they're jealous. The reason why they're over here is because they was jealous. That's the reason why they over here. That's the reason why they was over here. That's the reason why we got our independence from them over there. That's the reason why we severed ourselves from them. That's the reason why all us immigrants, I can't say us, but all y'all, all those immigrants came over to America. Because they was jealous. Not everybody was jealous, but the ones who was running things was jealous. Spain was jealous of Europe. Europe was jealous of Spain. Everybody out there trying to find the new land, the new place of gold, the thing. So everybody, we understand that. But what I'm saying, the reason why it's so much in the black families, in the black man, that's why you see so many abuse when it comes to black relationships and stuff. The reason why you see the black man treat the woman the way he treat them, the reason why he act the way he act, because we are so jealous. We are so jealous that we can't see our girl smile at another man, look at another man, because we're so jealous, because it's something that's just in us. It's that slave mentality, y'all, and we got to break free from it, or we stuck. But yeah, that's my thing, y'all. And if y'all think I'm lying about that, just go look it up. There's a general, can't remember his name. He was a general in the war for the South. He was before the Civil War though. But he was a general in the war, and he left the army and became the senator of North Carolina, I believe. One of the Carolinas, but I think it's North Carolina. I'm 89% sure it was North Carolina. And he became a Senate, and he went down to the South. He left D.C. and went down to the South to try to figure out ways to control the slaves and get the slaves in order and keep them from fighting against them, and keep them from fulfilling the prophecy of the Bible. Because a lot of us don't know that a lot of white folks back then believed the same thing we believe, y'all. That we believed back then, that we was the chosen people. A lot of them was scared because we fit the criteria. So they was real scared about that.
Yeah.
So they tried to find ways, and I guarantee you, just go look it up, y'all, and you'll see, separating the men from the women to make the woman the head of the household. That general did that. The jealousy, just all of that. All of that separation, all that to make us be divided, it basically came from military people who was in the military, who became senators, who became congressmen, who became different things like that, presidents, things like that. So those was the ones. Why y'all think that just about every president that we had before was like in the military? That's one of the things. They want to know if you went to the military. We want to elect someone who's been in the military, because that's usually what it was. The president was somebody who was in the military, who served the country. So that's what it was. It wasn't until later on we got to like the Bushes and stuff, and we started running into presidents that broke that mold. They broke that mold and stopped going to the military. Trump didn't. Obama didn't. Bush didn't. I believe Clinton
was
didn't.
in the military.
Nah. Bush didn't go to the senior did, not junior.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right.
Junior, he was supposed to go to the military, and whatever his daddy did, but he didn't go. So he didn't go. His dad was like, "Nah, we fighting the wrong type of war right now, son. We got to go over there and get this threat to America. This threat to America that's making sure that us white folks who are already rich ain't gonna get richer by keeping the oil keeping those people hostage over there. So since we finna go fight for this oil,
was you passionate about that as a young child?
So it was
like that was something that bothered you back then.
Yep. Only reason I didn't go to the military because of Bush. When he said he was running, I said no.
It was probably past the time you could have went, because if you was born in '70,
oh, get out of here.
Then
whatever. I graduated high school 1999. On time, never stayed back, none of that.
So you was 29 years old when you
George Bush Jr. said, "Hey, I'm running for president." I said, "Hey, I'm not going to the military because he's gonna win." Even though I voted against him. But who he went against? Al Gore, right?
Wasn't it Kerry and Gore? John Kerry?
Yeah, I think John Kerry and Al Gore. Whatever. He went against them and was like, even though I voted for one of the other ones, he knew he was going to win. He was a Bush.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he win?
Yeah, and he did.
And then 9/11 happened. Y'all, that's another conspiracy for you. I'm gonna tell y'all that story right there. And that's a true story. You can go look it up too when I tell you that one.
Anywho. Alright. So we're full of conspiracy theories over here. Full of them.
This is what we gonna do, y'all. We can put another poll up. If y'all want me to give y'all the conspiracy theory of 9/11, my conspiracy theory, and this is not no conspiracy theory, it's the real thing, and you can go look it up too.
So then why would we post it as a conspiracy theory?
Oh no, it's a conspiracy theory because it was a conspiracy.
Oh, but it's
It
the
was a
real
conspiracy. Yeah, this wasn't a conspiracy theory. It was a conspiracy.
All right.
That this guy right here and a whole lot of other people know about it. A lot of people just don't know about it.
All right.
And a lot of people knew that it was a conspiracy, but they reported it wrong.
Okay.
That's what it was.
It's so funny because you be so serious in a lot of the things you say.
I'm dead,
It's
man.
hilarious.
Man, all y'all got to do is whenever y'all get a chance,
That's
go read some military history. Read some military history.
Military history is boring.
Yes, it's boring, but military history tells you a lot about the United States and a lot about the things that we already knew was going to happen, and yet instead we did nothing to stop it, and it happened. Military history.
Maybe accurate. It's still boring.
You probably can go, you probably can go back and look at military history before World War II, before Pearl Harbor. You probably can go and look at that. You probably can go back and look at military history and probably see that Pearl Harbor was going to happen. Just the fact that you can go and look at military history and see that 9/11 was going to happen. All because of one person. Saddam Hussein. Because that's a lie. Killed that man for some oil. He ain't had nothing to do with 9/11.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. So jealousy and truth issues. You said jealousy's words.
Yes, jealousy is worse.
All right.
Trust issues is why
Yeah.
be in that? Why deal with that person if you're gonna have trust issues?
Yeah.
So, y'all, we back from vacation. Your boy ready. You feel me? I'm ready. Episode 10, I'm ready. Episode 20, I'm ready. Y'all out there, if y'all liking the show, if y'all liking the shorties, if y'all liking the episodes, if y'all liking all the things that we're doing, tell a friend. Tell somebody.
Yeah.
You know, have them subscribe. I was before we go, I was looking at the thing and it said that 34% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. And 62% of those people are. And then there's like another small number, I think like 2% or 3% of people that they're not even like, they don't even have a YouTube account. They just clicked the link and seen us and they just watched it, but they don't have a YouTube account. So they can't tell when there's people like that. You can't tell if they can't subscribe because they don't have an account.
Right.
So you can't. So you got to put them as others,
Right.
Because they don't have an account, so they can't subscribe. So you can't use that. But yeah, so y'all look, tell a friend, help us get to we gonna do a tangible one. Man, I heard this thing the other day. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. I heard this thing the other day I was listening to. I think it's what's his name? Prince E.A. Prince Earl, the black dude, motivational speaker. But he was talking about the thing. He said a quote. He said the biggest mistake we make when setting goals is not setting one too high, that we can't touch, but setting one so low that we can touch it, that when we do, we settle for that.
Yeah, we settle, yeah.
We think that's it. So, with that being said, y'all, we're going to put it at a tangible goal, but we want the channel to grow to be 1 billion people subscribe. But we got to take step by step. So, we want to try to get this channel up to 50. See how fast we can get it up to 50, y'all. And with y'all help, just a person a day. Like one of those.
I was just like one of them African dudes.
But no, real
8 cents a day.
real. But if you told 3 friends, right, and say, hey, y'all should go check this out and subscribe to it, one of them might subscribe. And next thing you know, we at 50, and then we'll try to set the goal. We're going to do all we can to keep them to want to subscribe. We just need y'all help to help channel them to us. Cool with that?
Cool with it. I
Yeah,
like
so
it.
if y'all can just, reach out and tell somebody. Help us get to that 50, baby. Make this be worth something. So with that being said, help us get to 50 subscribers. And we'll continue to do what we're doing to give y'all some good material. Let us know, give us some suggestions. We'll go at it and everything. One of our, her friend, one of our best friends, left a comment. She said she want to see a shorty of Q talking about good penis and bad penis. Since the good vagina and bad vagina was me mostly talking. So maybe Q will do that for y'all.
Maybe. Maybe I can do that.
But want to wrap this up.
You look so tired.
Oh no, I'm not tired at all.
Alright, well, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah,
Episode
thank y'all,
10.
y'all.
What's
Episode
the 5,
10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did it.
Did it.
We did it. We're going to try to keep it going though. But yeah, like you said, definitely tell people, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We need all the support we can get.
Don't forget to hit the bell so y'all can get all those shorties that come up that don't show up on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Y'all get the shorties throughout the week.
Yeah. But again, I'm your girl Q, aka Qlicious.
And this be your boy Miller, aka Miller the One. Look at this shirt. And we up out of this thing.
Bye.
Bye,
Cause
y'all.
my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. Into you. I search around the room like where you? Rendo step to me, I'm like, who